Now, to close out our night, I'd like to bring up Assemblymember Laura Friedman to present our Earl Raab Award. Please welcome Laura Friedman.
Everyone's so quiet all of a sudden. Thank you for the introduction, David, and I want to congratulate Jesse for his very, very well-earned award. He has been my leader in the caucus for these many years, and I'm very grateful for his being our rock in the caucus, along with, of course, Senator Scott Wiener. And thank you to the speaker for being here. It means everything to us, so great to have you with us. I am very honored and very grateful myself to be able to award this year's Earl Raab Award to Shelley Rivlin for her incredible history of community activism and advocacy. You know, I got a phone call maybe a week ago asking if I wanted to present this award to Shelley. And I said, really? You're gonna ask me to do the award for Shelley? I'm not worthy of that, because she is someone who is such a giant in our community and so well known and beloved really by everybody. I mean, is there anybody who doesn't know Shelley here? Is there anybody who doesn't love Shelley in this room? Just raise your hand. You see, there's no one. There's absolutely nobody. It is very befitting that Shelley received this award, since Earl Raab was known for recognizing the importance of having a strong and unified voice in Sacramento to improve the lives of everyone in our community. Shelley has exemplified the highest standard of community activism through not only her career as a bilingual classroom teacher, administrator, and reading coach at LAUSD, but also through her various leadership roles within the district, where she chaired the Association of Jewish Educators and continues to serve the district as co-chair of their Human Relations Commission and chair of the Housing Stability Task Force, two incredibly important roles at this time. But it doesn't stop there. As you all probably know, Shelley also participates with the AJC on their regional board and still finds the time to support the ADL on their regional board and national commission as well. She is well known for her policy salons that she hosts a few times a year in her living room that brings together a beautiful mix of advocates, community organizers, and elected officials of all levels to have engaging and meaningful conversations that are truly the cornerstones of what our democracy is supposed to be about. And I would say that having a dialogue that is civil and facilitated and personal is what we need to develop empathy. And empathy right now in this moment is what I think is lacking far too often. And so, Shelley, you have played a huge role in developing that empathy and heart and people's ability to see each other as worthy and human, and that's very important. Shelley truly is a force of nature, and she has brought that tenacity for civic engagement with her over the years while participating in JPAC conferences and lobby efforts, even lending her insight and support for the JPAC-sponsored bill that I mentioned earlier about DEI education that Assemblymember Josh Lowenthal and myself are doing. She has been really an invaluable advisor as we have crafted that legislation. You can always count on Shelley to show up, and what a gift it is to have someone like her advocating for our community up here in Sacramento. She's exactly where she should be at all times. She is in the spotlight for all the amazing work that she's done and continues to do. She's exactly where she should be accepting this award amongst all of her admiring and loving friends and community. I'm going to keep going until you really start to cry, because I see you're just on the verge. So I'd like to now invite up Rick Hershot and Robert Tresson with ADL to join me in presenting this year's Earl Raab Award to Shelley Rivlin. You can join me up on the stage. And I'd like to invite Shelley up from my heart, from our heart to you. I am so honored and pleased to be able to present this to you tonight, my friend.
Oh my God.
We're going to do a photo, I think, I don't know where, maybe over here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my Thank you. Thank you, Rick. Oh, my goodness gracious. From a girl in Brooklyn to a girl who was born in Forest Hills. The power of New York women and Encino, right? I got to tell you, my grandson focused on the Rohingya in China for his bar mitzvah speech. I mean, what 13-year-old does that? My son, when he was at Georgetown grad school, got so fed up with the councilman, he decided to run for the office. And I would walk down Wisconsin Avenue with him, and somebody would go, "Oh, Spencer, I'm going to vote for you." And oh my God, the kvel of, of a Jewish mother to hear that. His daughter is an officer in her B'nai B'rith Girls. She went to the BBYO National Conference, ran for an office. Okay, they lost, but I feel like a winner. I feel like a winner because my family has responsibility for community. Tikkun olam. And I take full credit for that. Earl Raab, what a giant for community relations. And we think about, I don't know how you define community. For me, community is your neighborhood, your family, your classroom. I am humbled to take this award with our Jewish commandment, may his memory be for a blessing. But I'm not humbled when I speak out. I'm not humble when I invite people into my home and I try to inspire them to get involved. I don't find community activism humbling. I find it an obligation. And I think we're all here because we feel obligated to make the world better. And this year, our JPAC is going to go out and be very successful because we are together. We're going to meet with people who do not have any Jews in their community, and we're going to let them know we are there for their community too. I think I got here because I'm an educator. My father said, you get an education so you can learn how to spend the living you earn. And this from a man who was deaf from the age of 13, went to NYU, went to Columbia. He wouldn't be so proud of them today. Got a master's degree, and I became a teacher. Elementary education, you heard bilingual education, administrative services. And what I learned from those courses was you have to listen. You have to learn. You have to learn about your students before you can teach them. Do your homework. And I get some really good information in my homework with AJC, with ADL, with the Human Relations Commission. Every teacher is a community activist. How many teachers are here today? Look around. I bet there's a lot of us. Yep. Well, you know what? You should all raise your hands. Everybody. Every community activist has to be a teacher. You have to listen. You have to learn. You have to do your homework. You have to have lesson plans. You have to have a seating chart. And we're thinking that there's some kids that are not all right. So when you leave here today, share what you accomplished. Share it with everyone you know. Share it with your grandchildren, your sons, your daughters, your nieces, your cousins. Let them know what we did, because our influence will give power to the community that those kids will take over. I want to thank David. I want to thank Rick. I want to thank Laura and everyone who thinks I deserve this moment. My family's quelling, and we are all learning.